like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of WWE RAW, I should say, the week commencing the 5th of February 2024. So it starts with Seth Rollins coming out. Basically, he sent some shots out to Roman Reigns in regards to getting pops when he says things or does things. He also says he's ready to ask Cody Rhodes some questions. Cody Rhodes comes out. I must say, they were saying Rocky sucks as well. They were saying that as well, which is not good. They also Seth was also saying he needs to face Cody to find out if he's the best or not, because he's the best person in the WWE. Obviously, Cody's beaten Seth a few times already at WrestleMania and previous other pay-per-views. Then Drew McIntyre comes out. He says he wants Seth to tell Cody to go after Roman, basically, and he wants to face Seth to go to WrestleMania. And Seth basically says to Seth, he's done a good job, but it's time for him to take over. And then he attacks Seth, and Seth is also injured. Then we go to a four-way tag team match. The Creed Brothers versus DIY versus Imperium versus the New Day in a great match. Go and watch it. The winner advances into getting a title shot at the tag team titles, and in the end, DIY get the victory. Then we have Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch basically going back and forth between their match to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler in a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. Really good match. But in the end, Becky gets the victory. Then we have Adam Pearce having a go at Drew McIntyre for attacking Seth Rollins and CM Punk prior to that, as they're both injured. Then Rhea Ripley comes out and she calls out Nia Jax. Nia Jax come out. They have a brawl. And Adam Pearce announces that Nia Jax is going to face Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber, which is in Perth. So guess who's going to win that? Then we have Tozawa and Maxine versus Valhalla and Ivar in a decent match. Go and watch it. But in the end, Ivar got the victory. Then we have the Judgment Day basically getting ready for their match. And then their title matches. And then R-Truth turns up out the blue. Even after he's beaten down, but he feels like that was an initiation into the Judgment Day. And then Damian Priest is just like, whatever, just join, do you want. So that's quite funny. Then we have JD versus The Miz in a decent match. Go and watch it. There was some interference from R-Truth, so in the end, The Miz got the victory. Then we have the Imperium setting up a celebration for Gunther on his 600-day reign as Intercontinental Champion. As they were talking to Adam Pearce, Braun Breaker turned up. So let's see what happens there. Then we have a little snapshot into CM Punk's recovery. Apparently the surgery to his tricep was successful, so we should see him back in a couple months, they said. Then we have Imperium. Gunther comes out. They're celebrating Gunther being the reigning Intercontinental Champion for 600 days as champion. And he basically said there's no competition left for him to face. So then basically, as he's saying that, Jey Uso comes out and he gives props to Jey Uso as well for all the accomplishments he's had. Jey Uso gives him props as well, but he basically just calls him out and he wants a match. But Gunther said something funny. He said that Jay's been doing 50% of the work he's been in the tag team. Then we have the Kabuki Warriors versus Katana and Kaden for the tag team championships in a great match. Go and watch it, you haven't seen it. But in the end, Kabuki Warriors retain the titles. Then we have Sami Zayn basically sitting down saying he's reflecting on what he did last year. He came a long way, main event day one of WrestleMania, and he feels he is a contender and championship level wrestler, so he wants the championship, basically, to finish his story. Then in the main event, it was Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a bull rope match. Fun fact, the bull rope they used was the same one that Dusty used, and I think it was in 1980 or 1970 in a match, and it's passed down through Dustin to Cody. Great match, but in the end, Cody Rhodes gets the victory. And after the victory, he got jumped by Drew McIntyre. I see a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.